Never lose your joy. You know, I've been learning so much about joy in recent times, the power of joy. Joy is not a feeling, joy is not happiness. Joy is actually a spirit. It is not, it is different from being happy. It's an atmosphere that allows for harvest. The Bible says, with joy do we draw from the wells of salvation. The only way we can have harvest, the only way we can have a reward, the only way we can turn our ashes into beauty is when we stay joyful. Like joy is a protection, it's a covering. Like you basically you go into joy and you're shielded. You're shielded from attacks. You're shielded from offense. Joy is a protection. It's a covering. It's an atmosphere. So it's so important. We must not allow the devil steal our joy. Like joy is such a vital force of the spirit. It's critical to note that when the devil attacks a believer, he's not necessarily looking for your job. The devil is not after your job or your car or whatever it is that we lose. It's not the what the devil is after is our joy. We must make up our minds to protect our joy at all costs. I know it's hard. It's really, really hard. It's very hard. How do you stay in joy when you're in pain? How can you be joyful when nothing is working? Like, I don't get it. What is joy? How can you tell me to be joyful? I just lost my dad. Yeah, for instance, I just lost my dad a few months ago. And, you know, in the midst of that pain, how do I stay joyful? But one thing I'm coming to realize is, number one, joy is not the same as happiness. Being in joy doesn't mean you're smiling and laughing. It doesn't mean you're faking it. Joy, staying in joy is not faking it till you make it. know this, know this very important truth, that when the devil attacks you, when the devil attacks us, it's not after whatever it seems like in the physical. What the devil is really after is our joy, because he knows when he can get us out of joy, when he can get us depressed and hopeless, then we're easy prey for him. Then he's able to come in and attack. We become defenseless. Joy is our defense, is our shield against the enemy and his attacks. So the devil is always looking to strip us of joy. It keeps coming, it keeps, like poking at us at different points just to get us to give up, get us to give into despair, get us to give up our joy. We must constantly protect our joy. And there are many ways, we can do that. One of the things I do is to surround myself with music, worship songs, godly edifying songs, songs that boost up my faith, that encourage me, that remind me of the power of God and the goodness of God. It's so important to have to purify our environments, to fortify our environments, so our environments are enable us to stay in joy. For instance, some plants thrive in different environments, or some animals thrive in different environments. When you take them out of that environment, they die, they don't thrive. So same thing for us. We're spirits and we need to thrive. The environment where we are victorious in is in the environment of joy. So make sure you cultivate the habit of staying in joy, of staying joyful, in despite what is going on, despite the situation. It's ongoing, it's not resolved, the issue is still there, but you want to stay in joy because it is only when you're in joy that you can actually come out of that situation. There's no hope when you're out of joy. When you give in and you give in to despair, then you basically say, you know what, I give up and I'm just gonna die here. But that's not the best God has for us. So let's stay in joy, because joy is our weapon, is our shield. Another way to stay in joy is to find a reason to rejoice, even despite what has happened. Find a reason to thank God, to rejoice. It is hard, but try to see the good even in those seemingly unpleasant situations. Find a reason to rejoice, to be grateful, to thank God for life, to thank God for the things you have, even while you're hoping for the things you don't have. There are many reasons to be thankful and to rejoice. So make sure you keep finding those reasons to rejoice.